car in the backseat. Wide awake is the way that you left me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Destiny and I'm so excited to have you here with me today for my very realistic stay-at-home mom daily routine vibes situation that I have going on today. I just wanted to give you guys a real inside look on what it looks like to be a stay-at-home mom. And this is me getting ready at 5 a.m. This is how I set the tone for my day. So I do take that hit in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and get ready and show you what it's looking like. First of all, good morning. How are you? I usually do my leftovers from Ella's lunch, and I didn't cook yesterday, which is like super rare for me at this point. So, anyway, I usually put leftovers aside from Ella for lunch, and I do that all the time. And I actually do my schedule on the fridge based off of that, like what to cook so that I can roll into Mello's lunches. But I didn't cook yesterday, and I have no bread, so I don't know what to pack. Happy Monday.
Like porcelain in the light. No complaining, we were alright. But then again, I thought we were one of a kind. Oh, na na, oh, you're good with lies. Oh, na na, wish I wasn't right. Now every morning when I wake up, you're like so close, I gotta push you to your side. I go to work while you still sleep, I don't wanna argue cause it's never worth a fight. Oh, na na, oh, you're good with lies.
So Carmelo's already up and probably fully dressed, I think, at this point. And Xavier takes a little longer. I personally like to eat and drink my coffee before I get Xavier up. Sorry, I'm like trying to get my hair on my face. Anyway, yeah. So one of the biggest things that I pride myself on at this point as a stay-at-home mom is my time management, which says probably a lot about me considering I'm horrible at doing things most of the time. But during the week while the kids are at school, I really try to get as much as I can done while they're gone, but also first thing in the morning. And this is going to sound super selfish, and you guys probably have heard me say this before. My main goal is to get at least an hour or an hour and a half of time to decompress. And I try to do that in the middle of the day because it's the only time that I'm alone. So last week, the kids were home from Thursday, obviously until today. So I'm burnt out, but most of the things around the house is already done. So I'm just trying to embrace the morning and the peace while I can. Mornings with my kids, with my oldest, it's like cake. With my youngest, we're still learning. We're still trying to figure it out, but we have gotten better each week. So one of the things I do first is I turn on his light before 7 o'clock, and I kind of just bring a lot of noise around the house. He's a deep sleeper in the morning. Ironic, because he's not on the weekends. So he just takes a little while to get going, and I respect it. I'm a morning person, and my oldest is a morning person as well. I can literally jump and go without blinking. So, just trying to wake him up gradually so he is not a grouch. In the meantime, I'm drinking my coffee. This is the Starbucks Nespresso pods. I got it at Target, and the oat milk brown sugar creamer as well. And I love the combination. Nespresso pods I typically do get on Amazon, but half the time I kind of forget. So I'll just grab them at Target. Acme has them as well. They're not as strong as Nespresso, and I'm hoping that Target eventually carries Nespresso brand. But I did get the dark roast Starbucks one at Target today. It's pretty good.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. Like the moon needs the sun, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire.
Right. Oh, that sun. Child. My God. Anyways, what a happy Monday. So, like I told you guys, Xavier takes like freaking forever to get up, which only scares me for when he actually is like a teenager. And ugh, anyway, whatever. I don't even want to go down that road. But the point of the story is I try really hard to give him like his own independence, because Zay is very like, it has to be on his time, his dime, like just very, very like strong-willed, I guess is the best way to put it. And I love that about him. And I always say, like, it is going to pay off when he gets older. However, for me, in the moment, oh my God, I just have to like finesse the situation. So I try really hard to like give him his options, and I let him get ready on his own every morning. If he absolutely refuses to, that's when I will like obviously step in. But like ultimately I try my best to give him like his independence, even down to like, I'll pick out his clothes, I'll pick out 2 outfits, and I'll just make sure that they can cross match. And that way, if he doesn't want to pick, like, you know, he can make his own outfit out of that, like stuff like that. It's been working. I mean, like I said, not every day is the best. When my son started school, so Zay wasn't supposed to start pre-K this year. He was supposed to start, well, I signed him up, but he didn't get into the program. And then they called me like literally a week before school started and was like, hey, like we need the paperwork, we can bring him into the classroom. I was like, say less. Got them the paperwork the next day. So anyway, the time up until recently, my husband was home with me, helping me get the kids back and forth to school. And Zay, we really did struggle like the first maybe 3 weeks with him. I mean, the first week really, and then like the weeks to follow, it got like a little bit better, but ultimately it was a struggle. Well, anyway, now my husband isn't there in the morning to help me, which is perfectly fine. But because of that, I have to start the process like early. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. Point is, so that was also like a recent change. So this morning, you know, Monday morning, he's been home since Thursday. I definitely thought it was going to be a rough morning, and he did fantastic, and I'm really, really proud of him. Proud of us. And yeah, with that being said, like for those of you that have like a strong-willed toddler, I have learned with Xavier to really try to always kind of give him the ability to vocalize what he wants, because that's ultimately what he just wants to be able to voice his voice, even if I don't agree with it. So yeah, that was good. It's hard, like the boys have curly hair, obviously, and I have to do that every morning because they wake up and it's like, Zay doesn't like his hair to be touched with water, so you know, you kind of have to finesse that situation, wetting a brush so he doesn't see the water on the brush, like 100 different things. And it's only 8:30, and so far I feel like I've done like a full shift. Till 8:30. Anyway, so I am on my way home to do the laundry before my order is done at Instacart. I'm at Aldi because I do Instacart. I did run into an issue with Instacart because they would fill my order, but like if I scheduled it, like yesterday I scheduled it for 3 o'clock and then they didn't have it ready by 3 o'clock. So they then pushed it to like after 5. And that resulted in me not being able to go because, well, A, I fell asleep, but B, like I planned on doing it at 3 o'clock. So this morning I wake up at 4:45 and they canceled my order. So I had to put in a claim because it was shown that it was picked up. I had to put in a claim, resubmit the order, and like I told Instacart, like this happens to me. This is now the 4th time that this has happened, and it's never like my fault that like the stores don't, you know, fill the order accordingly. So the lady that helped me was absolutely fantastic. So shout out to Instacart. She was like, she fixed it. She gave me my refund, and she gave me a free month of Instacart Plus, which is the best thing for me right now because, call me lazy if you want, I'm about to get my entire Thanksgiving order delivered to my house. I am very, very, very big on working smarter, not harder. I feel like, to each their own. I'm not somebody that likes to go to grocery stores. That's not like how I've always been. That's definitely post-pandemic. I struggle in crowded areas. I am trying to work through that. Sorry, the sun's like literally, I can't even see the light. I'm trying to work through that, but right now that's like where I'm at. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And like I said, it's a really good Monday so far. So I hope if you guys are watching this video, look, I'm like trying to do this. I feel like I'm playing charades. Anyway, I hope that if you are watching my video today, I can help give you some motivation for your week and any suggestions of making your life a little easier. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button because I would love to have you part of my community here on YouTube. I am so excited to put like more content out there. I feel really good about like where we're at. I feel like now that I put my video out about just like where I'm at mentally, I feel like I could be a little more authentic, not really a little more, very much so, more authentic on like my content, because I just felt like it was super unfair to pretend that everything was cool when everything wasn't cool. That is part of life, but I feel like what you see on social media doesn't always like display in that manner, and it gives a lot of people like falsified like expectations for their life. So like, let's bring the realism into motherhood. For those of you who thrive on like perfection, I envy you yet admire you all at the same time. That's just not who I am. So here we are, 7 minutes into this conversation, and you've got a full rundown of my morning. I know this seems like a lot, but I am trying to just kind of stay organized, really, so that I can like stay consistent with my channel. So I did get this little to-do list. Oh, that's like ratchet. Anyway, you guys have seen this before. I try to fill this out. I usually try to fill it out first thing in the morning when I wake up. But today I just really didn't sleep last night, so I kind of just did my own thing this morning. So I'm about to do that now. And then I'm going to plan out the week and just maybe even like the month on my content and what I plan on doing. And one of the things I also try to do is read a self-help book, or not like a fiction book as well, doesn't make a difference. But right now I'm rereading Girl Wash Your Face. I don't know the controversy behind Rachel Holmes, but I know at the time when I got this book, I fell in love with it. And then I bought this planner that was also done by her at Target. That just got discontinued and they no longer carry her books at Target. So I'm not sure what happened. I probably should Google it so I'm not ignorant to the issue. But anyway, I'm rereading that just to kind of, you can see, I'm almost done, just to kind of like uplift myself, keep me motivated, stuff like that. And then I have my weekly prayer journal. My best friend gave me this after my father passed, actually while my father was on the ventilator, and I try my best to kind of fill this out more so recently than I did last year. I find that, you know, staying consistent with my faith has helped me with my mental health a lot and just keeping me afloat. So I love that. And then I have some content that I have to edit. So that's my morning. Like I said, it seems like a lot, but this is Monday, right? So that's why I'm trying to do this all now. If I don't get to reading, first of all, I hate that fact I say if I don't get to reading this while I have, you know, my house to myself, I will do it later. The kids really do give me my space when they get home, and as long as I have things done around the house, I don't feel guilty about taking some time in the evening to do things that I love, like reading. So kind of keep that in mind. I ended up making my own vanilla chai tea. I will show you guys the picture because I couldn't record it while I was making it because I was on the phone with my best friend. But I really love it. It's oat milk with I actually forget the brand because I'm not paying attention right now. But anyway, really good. I use about a cup of the chai tea concentrate and then a few ounces of oat milk. With that being said, I'm trying to save money and I'm trying to avoid Starbucks. So that's why I made this. Also, I'm trying to drink all of my order today as well. I just picked up my Instacart order and my Target order. So now I'm gonna go home and put all of that away. I was gonna say something else and I forget what it was now. I'm finding that everyone I know is like going through something right now. Like something heavy, something just like truly like life-changing. And life is hard, guys. And you know, things really don't always go as we planned. That's something that I think motherhood did like humble me on. It slowed me down a lot. It made me understand that like, you know, time is truly the most valuable thing in my life. Like, you know, we're not rich. We have a roof over our head. We have cars. We have, you know, our kids have what they need. We have what we need. But time is truly like just so precious. I can thank motherhood for that. That had helped me kind of like really appreciate every moment. And with that, like, you know, I know that a lot of us are going through hard times right now. We all have our own seasons. You know, not every day can be perfect. I love to see people like just, you know, in good spirits and all these things. But I also really like to touch base on the reality of life. Parenthood isn't easy for everyone. You know, like managing a household and, you know, not just your kids, but your relationships and then yourself. Like those are 3 hard things to balance out at the same time, especially when you're going through major life changes. And I'm just asking that if you are going through anything heavy, you give yourself grace during this time. Be patient with your growth. Understand that whatever you're going through, that's like God's plan. Like you are meant to go through these lessons to only better yourself moving forward. And I think when we're going through some real heavy shit, it's really hard for us to see that. It is. It's very hard for us to see that like the lesson behind anything, it's just really hard to see things when you're going through, like I said, heavy shit. So my best advice to people is to slow down, reduce your to-do list, prioritize things. Like I have learned, and this is like through the course of therapy as well, like I have to take care of me. And if I take care of me, it automatically trickles into everyone that's around me, like my kids, my husband, and my friends, and just my family, and the people that mean the most to me. I can't do any of that if I'm not caring for myself And like, you'll often hear me say, like, I don't mean to sound selfish when I say this. And I do say it extremely unapologetic to people that hear me say this, like, on the phone, like my friends and stuff. But for you guys, I just want to clarify, like, I don't mean to sound selfish, but you got to take care of yourself. And everyone's self-care is different. Like, for me, getting my nails done isn't self-care. Say what you want. Call it shade, call it privilege. I don't know. When I can't get my nails done, I don't get my nails done. But when I'm able to get my nails done, which I usually always have them done, that's more of like a maintenance factor for me. Like, no different than if I was somebody that needed to get touch-ups every 6 weeks. That's how I see my nails. Everyone's different. Judge me if you must. You can leave your opinions down in the comments. I can assure you I won't take it personally because it's irrelevant. But self-care for me looks like what I'm about to do when I get home. Time alone. You know, I eat a meal by myself. I read. I pray. I watch my favorite shows. That's self-care for me. Massages is another one that's very much my favorite self-care, and my facials. The other thing is like, I try my best to date my spouse, and I never want that to leave my relationship, and it has before. And that's just, you know, sorry babe, that is just me being super authentic. Like, I have gone through so many different trials and tribulations in my relationship with my husband. We've been together going on 11 years. For us, you know, we had to keep our romance alive, and that meant stepping away from my kids and being present in my relationship. That doesn't mean we get to go on dates all the time. Honestly, quite frankly, we haven't gone on a date in like 3 months. Up until recently, going twice a month out. Usually we would go riding. That was like that's my favorite day. But things have changed, and we no longer have like the sitters that we need to for both of us to go out. So now we kind of have to like change, you know, a few things around. And until we find like a reliable sitter for our kids, we just haven't made that a priority. So, okay, we can't leave the house. So I try to find time. I mean, we can't leave without the kids. So I try to find time throughout the week that we can have just like alone time. Sometimes that will be my husband playing Xbox while I read next to him. Sometimes that's just laying in bed and watching a show. Most of the time that's consisting of like one-on-one conversation. We try to challenge each other in like different topics. We don't always see eye to eye in most of them, but I love hearing his point of view, and I love just listening to him, and I love how he listens to me. And I think that like we can't take those moments for granted, and when life gets super heavy, we kind of get lost in the mix. And it's hard for us to prioritize others when we can't even prioritize ourselves because we're so busy prioritizing our littles. And I see it happen a lot. It's very hard to, you know, break the habit or try to do something. It's even sometimes hard for us to even see that like things are falling apart around us because we're so in what we got going on. So that's why I always say, like, taking that time to do your self-care, because when you are caring for yourself, you're slowing down. You're taking time to really pause, work out, eat better, like these things, like it just helps you process. So anyway, the point is that if you're going through something, you know, you're not really sure where to even start to begin to fix anything in your life, I suggest to anyone and everyone, as somebody who's personally has had several A, mental breakdowns, and B, like true mental health issues, and therapy through, you know, most of it, you know, always get therapy. That's like my #1 suggestion. But also, like, take care of you. If you take care of you, you'll automatically pour into everyone around you, evenly distributed throughout the entire. I'm already like not looking forward to doing this laundry. I'm like the worst with laundry. It's like my laundry and dishes are my least favorite things to do. But what I do with laundry to make it a little easier is I try to watch my favorite TV shows. So many groceries. This is about a week's worth of groceries. I'm gonna take everything out so you can actually see me. Like I told you guys, did Instacart. So I do Instacart for Aldi and then Target pickup order because they both come through Clutch, but I'll show you what I got. All right, so I'm gonna explain to you what I got going on here. This is a week's worth of food. So the reason why I split my orders up is because I don't like everything from Aldi. I am a little particular about what I decide to get there. So I needed these cheddar cheese soups for Thanksgiving. So I got a few of those. I like Goya, they're beans. So they don't sell Goya, or at least they didn't have, I don't know if they sell them at Aldi, but I know they didn't have the ones I needed. Picked these up at Target, like I said. I don't like Aldi brand oat milk, so I do get my oat milk at Target as well. And I find that I don't like most things dairy at Aldi. That's just like my personal preference. So I try to plan my meals in advance. And my ultimate goal is to have meals that have leftovers so I can roll that into lunches the next day for my husband. My kids do school lunches, so I don't really have to worry about lunches during the week. So tonight I'm making spaghetti. That's not on there. I was supposed to have spaghetti last night and we had people over and we did pizza instead. So tonight I'm gonna do spaghetti. I have taco night tomorrow, so I got that. Some shells, and these were all from Aldi. They're a big bag of cheese, which I love. Oops. Anyway, the cheese I don't mind getting from there. It's just something about their yogurts and their milks. I just don't love it. Again, that's just my preference. So I have spaghetti on Monday, tacos on Tuesday. I am making chili on Wednesday because it's gonna rain. And that's how planned I did this. Like I wanted to make something like hearty because I knew it was gonna be kind of gloomy. So I got that and my seasoning packs for that. I am going to do cheesesteaks on Thursday, and I get the beef shape from Aldi. I know they have this at Walmart as well. I love using this for cheesesteaks, and I have like, that's not peppers, those are cucumbers. I got peppers first. I do like peppers and onions, saute that in the pan, and then I add this in, little heavy cream, which I already had, cheese, and throw that on a roll. I didn't get the rolls today. I found that the Acme near my house had like fresh rolls that we had them on last week and they were fantastic. So the day of, I'll go and get the rolls just because they were that good. And Friday is always pizza night here. Like Tuesdays are always tacos or like fajitas, and Fridays are always pizza night. It's my favorite day because it's the one day I get off from cooking, and plus I love pizza. I try my best to budget everything out. So I got all those things, and on Saturday I'm making chicken and rice. So that's why I have the Goya beans. I already had drumsticks, so I didn't have to worry about that. And Sunday is tortellini, and I got my tortellini at Aldi, the sausage at Aldi, and I had the cheese here for that as well. I did get some snacks for the kids, cucumbers for myself, and I did get these little guys here. They're these little creme brulees. I'm a nerd, I know. I'm on the Aldi Facebook group, so I try to find like hits on there because while I do love Aldi and I love their pricing, some things have been like an epic fail. Example would be last weekend I did a slow cook type, a slow cook like Tyson kit that I got from there, and I've seen this at Walmart as well. It was so disgusting. I was like, well, anyway, I don't even want to talk about it. So we have like a little PTSD from that. However, I was happy with how it was coming along. It just had this like chemical taste to it. I don't know if it was like their seasoning pack or like some which I don't think Aldi uses preservatives, I heard, but some like preservative that thing had, but it was just so disgusting. It tasted like chemicals. So I was a little annoyed. However, before we tasted it, like it smelled like it was going well. It seemed like a great meal for my family. I already had potatoes here, so I did get a chuck roast as well. So I'll probably do this on Monday. So I have a full week's worth of meals here. And today I spent at both stores $145 for 7 days worth of meals and snacks. And like I said, I have other things here. So yeah, I try my best to budget out. It's the one thing that I try to contribute to the house since I don't work. I try my best to like make sure I can get all the meals in so we're not wasting money on fast food. I committed to this about 2 months ago and I have not had fast food in 2 months. I think we had one day where we tried to get fast food and I got so nauseous, which is saying a lot coming from me because I almost always ate fast food prior to this lifestyle change that I decided to make. And ironically enough, I did all this based off of not to get healthy, but to save money. So yeah, inflation's another effort and we're trying our best out here in these streets. So that's what I did this week. And the reason why I'm showing you guys this is because Aldi does go like unrecognized for a lot of their stuff. I personally love, like I said, majority of the things. Their candles, A1. Like you can't beat the pricing. It's like $6.99. They go on sale half the time. They're 3 wicks. But like I said, like their dairy, like their yogurts and their milks, I'm like, I don't like them. Most of their off-brand things, like their chips, the kids will eat. I personally can taste the difference, but the kids don't care, so I don't really fixate on that. And there's just some things I won't budge on, like as far as like, and I hate to say this, but like brand. So like Chips Ahoy, always the way to go for chocolate chip cookies. The Aldi brand ones I didn't really care for. Again, my kids don't care, but I do. And their produce. Aldi's produce, from my understanding, they don't use any, like I said, preservatives. So it does go pretty quickly. I try my best to like rinse everything off, prep and like buy within that week so I don't waste food. My husband's like, and mine as well, but my husband's like biggest pet peeve is wasted food. So that's why like the chuck roast, like the beef stew kit that we got last week was such a disappointment because it was not only like money down the drain, but it was wasted food. And I was actually tempted to take it, like container it up and take it down to like a homeless shelter vibe, or like there's like homeless people in the city like about 25 minutes up the road from us. So I was gonna take it there, but like we tasted it and it was just, I couldn't even do that. Like it was just so disgusting. Anyway, so I can tell you what to avoid from Aldi and I can tell you what to get from Aldi. These were my go-tos. Like example, like their tomato cans, $1 some change. Most of the stuff is significantly cheaper than what you would get at any other grocery store. So yeah, so that's why I usually try to support Aldi in that manner. And plus they're on Instacart and I love Instacart. I know a lot of people shade it. That's between you and you. Me personally, I'm working smarter, not harder. That's like my philosophy in life as is. So I try my best to make it, you know, make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of this away. And at around maybe 1 o'clock, I'll start making the meat for the spaghetti. Throw that all in the crock pot so it just like simmers and just gets super hearty and soaks up all those juices throughout the day until it's time to serve dinner, like after 5:30. And I still have to do laundry. And I swore I was gonna just take it easy, and I've been like boom, 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 all day. So.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything.
I am freaking exhausted. I've had a coffee, I've had chai tea, I'm drinking water. I just feel like I'm like, ugh. Daylight savings really screwed me up this year. I have no idea why. So I'm about to put on one of my favorite shows to do laundry to, and that is New Adventures of Old Christine. It's on HBO Max. It's an older show, but it makes me laugh and I don't think about it, and it's just like good background noise. I usually like to watch something like that or that 70s show, but I canceled Peacock, so I probably should get it though because I do love that 70s show.
I'm sure everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
at Xavier's pickup, and I'm going to be reading while I wait for him. Pickup at Zay's school is wild, so I always get here like super early just to kind of like get a parking spot. It's like not that inconveniencing, but I just can't. Like my anxiety gets so bad here, so I park like kind of out of the way so I could just pull out and leave. But anyway, they're about to get out now, so I'm gonna go get them. So Xavier gets out of school half an hour before Carmelo. He has cried that entire time. Can't tell you why. He got mad because I put his seatbelt on. And that is the mood that he's in right now. So we're just going to go ahead and accept that for what it is. He did calm down, but are you sorry? No, you're not sorry? You are? You know that you have to watch your feelings and talk instead of crying? Right? Does talking get further than your cries? No? Okay. We're still working our emotions here, but he was very mad. He also is having like a skin breakout again, you can see. So. Both kids in the car. Everyone's done school for the day. We're going to go home and make dinner, do homework, put away laundry, and there's something else, but I forgot. Well, I clean up. Huh? You don't have homework?
Yeah, I got the cover on the cover.
Oh, yeah? Guys, listen. You guys can't go outside?
Yeah.
No, you're not listening. I said, guys, listen. You cannot go outside. The fox was in the yard today.
It was in our yard?
In our yard. Yeah, so we can't be outside playing until the animal control catches the fox.
We might need to tell animal control to get the fox and get those cats out of the street too.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without no gloves. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit.
So I personally like my spaghetti like super hearty. So this is 2 cans of tomato, diced tomato, and the sauce and everything. I hide mushrooms in there. And I usually do it super hearty so that I can at least get a decent vegetable count in for my kids. And then I layer it obviously with the Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna lid it and let it cook until my husband gets home from work, and then I'll throw in the pasta and we're done. So quick and easy. Obviously spaghetti is like a super great go-to meal that stretches, and like I said, I like to pack my husband's lunch with leftovers, so I'll pack that after we're done eating today. Solid win. All right, so everything is done in here. The house is clean. My camera's situated. Feels good. Kids are good. Things are good. My husband is working late today, so I have the kids' bowls ready to go and garlic bread in the oven. Oh, wow. So you had a busy day today, huh?
Yeah, you gotta go run. You gotta run outside.
Okay.
And run outside. And it's a fox. You
Oh.
gotta run.
Yeah, we gotta run when we see the fox, right?
Yeah.
How do you run from the fox? Yeah, for sure.
And a fox.
Okay, go ahead and eat your spaghetti.
I'm gonna eat
You need a drink?
this one.
Yeah,
Okay.
please.
A drink. How was your day?
Oh, good.
Good. Do you learn anything important? Well, I guess every day you're learning something important.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your favorite thing you learned today?
It was a lot, but probably math and stuff got my certificate.
Nice. Yeah, you did. Let's show them.
I sent that to Dad, actually.
Carmelo got his little certificate of achievement today for addition. I'm very, very proud of him. So this was a good way to start our week. The end of the day vibes. I'm completely burnt out. Xavier had like 3 or 4 meltdowns today. Each were about a half an hour long. So his cries drain me. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way when their kids cry, but they drain me. Anyway, so yeah, that's where we're at. Days get kind of crazy, and even though I'm a stay-at-home mom, I know for a fact that there's not enough time in the day to get the shit that I need done. It's the reality of it. Obviously, it could be like a lot worse, so I try to count my blessings every day. At the end of the day, like, I have 2 healthy kids. The audacity. I have 2 healthy kids and a really supportive husband. You know, I'm very blessed. Ugh, my hair, I look a mess. I'm very blessed to be able to be home. I love my boys. Like, they mean the world to me. So even though Xavier drives me up the wall most days, I love him dearly. Yeah, his behavior has improved since last year. We really, really, really worked on like communicating with him, or learning his communication better. We have been really working on like just feelings and stuff. And, you know, a year ago, he was like I said, a totally different child. So I am happy that we're here now, even though he's still having these meltdowns. I guess what my point is that perspective is always going to be key, and not every day is going to be perfect. Most of my days are not perfect, but I got shit done. My kids are fed. Their house is clean. I'm going to go to bed perfectly fine tonight. So thank you guys so much for, I can't get over how bad I look now. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I honestly enjoyed recording it, so thank you again. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.